the little squeeze ball into our workout. Greg, what are we going to do with this?
We use it for a variety of moves, mainly for thigh and seat. Today we'll be using for thigh.
Okay.
So what we're going to do with the little squeeze ball, and the thing is, and I'll say it to everybody before we start squeezing, it's meant to be squeezed. Don't let it just bounce it back over. So I'll show you what I mean when we get into it. So what we're going to do is we're first going to take this ball. Everyone's going to take the ball, place it high up in your inner thighs.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to belly up to the bar. Hands are going to be close together. Now foot placement's key. So you want to make sure your feet are straight forward. Okay. So we're going to stand up nice and proud, chin up, lean right back off that bar. Straight arms off that bar at all times. Okay. We're going to sink that seat down nice to the chair level, 90 degrees bend, making sure your knees aren't over your toes. We're going to tuck that seat under.
I'm losing my ball.
All right, hold that. Yeah, bring it up there. Good. Ready? Squeeze, hold. Okay. Squeeze, squeeze to the beat, and squeeze, squeeze. That's it. And if you want to make it harder, squeeze harder. Sometimes what we'll do is we'll stop. We'll come up high in the toes. Okay. That's it. That's it. Hold the squeeze and tuck, tuck, tuck. Things like that. So you can see we'll hold somebody in this move for about 3.5 minutes. And we'll go through a variety of movements. Now what we would come around to do is make sure that you still stay back. Yeah. That's right, because you see how you start slipping forward? You start coming a little bit forward. So this is what our instructors do. We come around and correct. Making sure that you're tucking properly. We push you to make sure you're sitting down a little bit far. Okay. To push yourself. It's not a boot camp here. It's slow and controlled once again, so it's all based on the choreography of the music. So it'd be every 2 count or every single count. Okay. But we go into things like this. We come up on our toes. Then we tuck, tuck to the beat. Same thing. And what this does is opens up the hip flexors. Also helps work the thighs right down the front of the thighs. So it's great in terms of elongating that muscle, because what we'll do is we'll stretch it out for a good 5 minutes after the thigh workout. So what kind of stretch would I be in for? So like, I don't know what you need to tell you this, but this Barre is a combination of strength training, yoga, and Pilates. So a lot of the components from yoga will be incorporated into stretching. Okay. So for the flexibility, some of the things we would do is, first thing we would do, we get into a runner's lunge and bring your arms straight up. Okay. Now you want to reach up and then you want to lean back. When you come back, and then push your hips into the ground, open up your left hip flexor. Okay, by looking up, but making sure that this knee doesn't come over the toes. So you want to bring that foot ahead a little bit. Okay. Okay, so when you're pushing up, push down into the ground, open up this left hip flexor right in there. You feel the stretch? And then you can come slightly, kind of lean back slightly. Okay. And then we come back to center. This right hand come beside the right heel. And we open it up to the left side. Okay, so now, one thing that we should probably address is that the women behind us that are along the bar right now are working their butts off. Yeah, they're dying. Okay, let's give them a break. Let's give them a break, ladies. Because the thing is, because the movement is so minimal, I think that at first glance you think that it's not targeting, or it's not as much of a workout. It's a very humble workout, to put it that way. It's slow and controlled, but it's much harder than what it looks like. Okay, so if people want to learn more information, what's the website? iNSiDeOutStudios.ca. Okay, and the different classes, are they morning, evening, all over the place? We've got 3 in the morning, so we'd have a 6 a.m., 9:15. Then we've got a noon, 4:15, 5:30, 6:45, and sometimes an 8. Okay, so no matter what your schedule is, they've got something to fit into it. Ladies, go and grab a drink of water. Our workout isn't over though. We've got more to come later on CTV Morning Live.